Everyone, MC Thamizharasan here from Chennai event Emcees, entertainers and professionals, event MC, MC trainer, MC manager and the founder of the above brands. In some of my previous videos, I have explained what would be our turnaround time when someone messages us and what are the preferred times in which they can message us or call us. All those things I've explained in a lot of videos. Maybe in this video I may touch it a little bit, and also I'll explain the topic why do we prefer WhatsApp messages to the phone calls. Like some of our clients used to say, we people are not able to reach you on the phone. Rather, you people are responding well on the WhatsApp. In fact, 99% of the clients have given it as a positive feedback. Like when I go to the event, even recently after lockdown, when I went for a birthday party, that's what client said. We found your profile. We thought it's very interesting, and we tried calling you, but you didn't attend our call. But when we sent a message, immediately you or Nandini, you created a WhatsApp group, and whenever we send messages, even if it's late night message, you people have been responding, but it was very tough for us to catch you over the phone. That's what she said. And I gave her the reason also. I told her, ma'am, see, I came here at 6 o'clock and now it's like 10 o'clock. You would have never seen me attending any of my phone calls. Maybe that doesn't mean we don't use phone at all in our events. Rarely we use it. But maximum what you can see is we don't use the phones. For example, the reason is we give that 4 hours or 3 hours, whatever, for that particular client. For example, when I'm hosting on the stage, of course, I'm not going to attend any call, or I'm not going to make the call. Rather, when I get a break or when there is a lean time or leisure time, or probably I may use my phone, or else a maximum clients would not see us using phone. That's what I told her. So that is the reason most of the time we keep ourselves busy either with the physical events or the online events or our own training program or training our team. So some or other way we keep ourselves busy. So it will be little tough for us to attend the call. However, except for the event time or rest of the time when I'm in virtual event or in my training program, I'll be able to handle WhatsApp because we use WhatsApp web. So parallelly also we'll be able to chat based on the priority, based on the emergency, or based on the importance or the seriousness of the training program what I attend, and based on the client's requirement. For example, when I'm attending a training program, yes, of course, I'll be checking WhatsApp as well. And if any of the clients they message, and if it's something urgent, I'll tell the client, yes, ma'am or sir, I'm in the event, can I get back to you? Or if they say it's very urgent, probably I can take permission from my training program, because most of the training programs are from known people, like with my mentor, Dr. Maharaja, or within my team. So I can excuse myself from there, telling them that, yes, I have an emergency call with the client. I can anytime take it. Or else if the client can wait, client say that, okay, you can get back to me after an hour. Then I continue with my training program, and I send whatever the information that's needed for the client, and then I call them. So by the time I get free from my training program, or before I take the break, client can check all the information what they want from me, and when I have the call, we have the quality time and we close the deal. So this is how it happens. Now just to consolidate everything, basically we prefer mostly WhatsApp messages, even though a lot of people may say whatever it is, only phone communication works better. In fact, few months back and all, more than before lockdown, people would say even phone communication will not work out, people have to come in person. That's what I've even spoken a lot of lives or videos explaining why I don't go for in-person meeting. When there is a real need, of course, I'm ready to go for the in-person meeting. But just for namesake, if someone calls for the in-person meeting, we usually don't go, especially the senior Emcees, because whatever the client wants or whatever the event managers want, we send the profile, we send the video, whatever the genre they ask, or if they need a video call also, we used to do it in Skype. Only now we are familiar with Zoom. Earlier we used to do in Skype or WhatsApp video call. So whatever the client wants, we are able to give it. In spite of that, if you are not able to convince the client, or if the client is not able to see our potential, then of course we can plan for the meeting. This is what we used to say. So that's how industry was before lockdown. Now after the lockdown started, all of us, we are very comfortable with the online calls. None of the clients or the event managers, they have the meeting, so they are comfortable with Zoom calls. Now what they say, okay, more than the WhatsApp, it's better we have the Zoom call, or we have a video call, or the at least call, so that we close the deal. So likewise, as the technology progresses, like something updation happens in the technology, we need to be used to it. So in that way, what happens? Yes, of course, now we are comfortable with the video calls. In fact, at least before lockdown, most of the Emcees or most of the professionals, they're not comfortable with the video call. When we say video call itself, they get panicked. They become so conscious. But now, because of the lockdown, almost everyone, I wouldn't say everyone, almost everyone, they're quite comfortable with the Zoom calls or any other video calls as well. So in that case, when you want to reach us, more than the calls, you can first message us. That doesn't mean that you always have to message. You shouldn't call us. For example, if you're calling us and we are not picking the call, very simple thing, you can drop a message in our WhatsApp saying this is the purpose you have called. Maybe 1 or 2 lines, because we get a lot of calls every day. We don't know who is calling. I get 5 to 6 different types of call. One is from the bank or the real estate or for the share market, demat account, something. So that is a sales call, the cold call what I get. Second one I get from my event managers or the client, and recent times I'm very happy. I've been getting a lot of calls from abroad clients like Canada, from US, and also I'm not sure which country. There was one more country, and today I got from one more country. Likewise, we get the calls. So when we get the international calls, of course, we know that it's something for the event, or else if it's a normal mobile number, we don't know who is that. So second type of call is the from the event managers and the clients. Third type of call is from VJ, MC acting aspirants or new sitting aspirants, like one or two boys or girls every day. They call me or Nandini seeing our videos online where we have spoken about VJing, new sitting, and the anchoring. So they call us saying like we would like to get opportunity or we'd like to get training. And the fourth call would be from other event managers or any other event professional asking for collaboration or asking for opportunity. And fifth one again from NGOs or any charity trust. Likewise, we keep getting so many calls. So when I miss the call, sometimes it's little tough for me to decide whether I need to call back or not, because it's not just one or two missed calls. We may have some 20, 30 calls, and already we keep our schedule busy. So in that case, what we prefer is, so once we don't pick the call, they can send the message in WhatsApp, so that based on the requirement, we will be able to convey things to them. For example, now I'm coming to the actual point. So this is the way we prefer. Now, usually how I handle my client calls: once I get the call, if I miss the call, I just call them back, or once I attend the call, as soon as they say what the event is all about, I have my set of questions, like 5 to 8 questions, to get to know what this event is all about and what are the services needed. Once I ask that, then I tell them, or the next my first question will be, or in WhatsApp. If they say not in WhatsApp, then my question is email. If they say, I'll tell them, okay, once I am done with this call, I'm going to send you a lot of information related to this. For example, if they are a birthday party client, I'll tell them, I'll be sending a couple of PDFs of mine, sir, like which will be explaining our birthday party preparation process, what are the things that will be needed for a birthday party, and our videos, our budget, and what are the additional things that can be kept for a birthday party. For example, most of the clients, they call us only for emceeing, because they have already booked a lot of the things, including the decoration, audio, everything. Then they call us for emceeing. And when I ask them anything else needed, they'll say, no, everything else is set. All we need is a host to host the event, they will conduct the event. I asked them, have you booked any, are you going for any stalls like tattoo or something? 50% of the client would say, no, everything is being taken care by the event manager. 50% of the client would say, oh, stall, I think we haven't planned. Do you also deal with stalls? That would be their questions. Then I tell them, yes, ma'am, or yes, sir, I'll be, let me send you what are the stalls that's available with us along with the budget. We do this way. Even to the clients who have said they've already booked everything, I still send the same template. After seeing that, they get some better idea, because we have been putting in so much of hours or days or years in doing our research, and we have come with a lot of formats like, if I get a birthday party client, I have at least 10 different elements explaining the client, starting from MC, DJ, audio, decoration, stalls, welcome girls, projector, photography. Likewise, I have my set of elements, so which once we send to the client, some of the clients, if the event manager has forgotten to tell them, at least after seeing our template, a client gets to know, they can either book from the event manager, or if the event manager is not providing the service, we can help them. For example, some of the event managers, they don't do the projector service, so we will be able to help the client. Likewise, we send this information to the client, and hardly it takes 10 to 15 minutes or maximum 20 minutes for the clients to go through those messages. In fact, even today, that's what happened. I was in my NLP training program with Dr. Maharaja. When I got a call from my client, I just attended the call for a minute, and then told her I'll be sending the information, and almost the entire deal is closed in the next 30 minutes. Like once she said it's about a birthday party, I sent all my, sorry, it's not a birthday party, it's for Sangeet. And then I sent all my messages to her, and then based on that, she replied, and almost it is now in the stage of the budget discussion. Even the budget has been closed. Finally, now it's in the stage of whether she wants one MC or two MC. So likewise, I've not even had a call. After that 1 minute of call, we didn't have any more call. And after all the discussion, then I immediately created a group between her, me, and Nandini. And the further discussion is going to happen either tonight or by tomorrow morning. And most probably will not be having any more calls with the client, because everything is being discussed in WhatsApp. So that is what I'm going to explain in this live. In fact, I've been touching a lot of the things, because you should know the background of this. So now, why WhatsApp message? Why not call? Why don't I spend hours of several minutes or several hours on call? Like most of the time, people will say only when we speak on the call, you'll be able to get the exact requirement. But I don't prefer with it. I don't agree with it always. As I said in the beginning, earlier people used to say only when you come to our office, you'll be able to understand my requirement. Of course, 10% of the clients, they're genuine. Definitely will be able to understand those requirements when it's complicated. Not for a normal birthday party or normal Sangeet. Sorry. We don't need such meetings. Like some of the agenda will be little complicated. So many people will be there. Those details definitely sometimes we need to see the venue, especially when the event is going to happen in the client venue. So we will need to see the venue. Likewise, In some cases, yes, of course, physical presence is needed, or else phone call is over. Now, even not even phone call, WhatsApp message is over. Though that's what I'm explaining. So most of my clients, once they call, I attend the call, I tell them I'll send the message through WhatsApp, and they check that, and finally, based on our the videos what we send, based on the PDF or the templates what we send, finally clients confirm, and then on the day of the event only we see the client. In fact, recently also that happened. One of our clients. I missed the call, and then I messaged asking her what is the requirement, and she sent a requirement. Everything happened that day night. I got the call in the morning, and then at different interval, like every 2 hours or 3 hours, we were replying to the chat messages. By night, she closed. She said that okay, I'll go with this MC. And finally, day before yesterday, the MC went and she completed the event. Until now, I haven't spoken a single word with the client over the call. Everything happened over the WhatsApp. Likewise, I have so many other clients where I've never spoken. It doesn't mean that I'm not interested to speak over the call. Rather, there was not a need. Of course, when I want to build in a lot more relationship with the client, of course we speak. But even the clients, they respect their time. For them, work has to happen. So on seeing our professionalism, on seeing our PDFs or the videos, whatever we send, the client feels very happy. They think that yes, this team, they will be able to handle this event. And finally, on the day of the event also, they are able to see we report well before the time. Even when we start from home, we leave a message to the client saying we have started, so that client can be comfortable. So this is the basic reason why we don't prefer call. And one more reason I said in the beginning, when we are occupied with other things like other events or training program, we will not be able to attend the call. Rather, I'll be able to attend the message. For example, I'm doing a live now. Someone sends me a message now which is emergency. Even I can take a pause here for 10 seconds, I'll reply over there. But I wouldn't be able to attend that call because I cannot pause my Instagram live or my Facebook live. So at least I can give a 10 seconds pause and I can do it over there as a text message. I'm just giving an example. Likewise, when I'm in the event, when I'm not on stage, when I'm just off the stage, something else is happening. Instead of talking over the phone, I can just complete most of the communication over the chat. So, and again, like 7 o'clock or something, you leave a message to us, but we don't see that. Or you call us and we don't see that. What happens most of the time when we go for the physical events, we come back home by 11 or 11:30. Even though it's a birthday party or Sangeet, whatever, we be there giving our extended support. And finally, when I reach home, it will be 11 or 11:30. By that time, I wouldn't be able to call a client. That would be a professional thing unless the client is okay with it, or unless the client says you can call me. So at that time, I wouldn't be able to call and disturb the client, but I can send message to client anytime. Even maybe there could be some 10% of the client who don't prefer messages in the late night. However, most of the clients, they keep their WhatsApp, like me, they keep their WhatsApp in the mute mode where you don't get any notification for the WhatsApp. But if it's a call, of course, everyone, they'll be keeping it in the ring mode, except few clients who put their mobile on silent mode. So when I see the message by 11:30 or 12 o'clock in the midnight, even at 2 a.m., I can reply to the client. What happens when I am active, I reply to the client. And I go to bed in the morning, and when the client gets up in the morning by 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, they can get back. So this is the power of the WhatsApp or the text message. Like everyone can communicate at their own convenient time until it's urgent. If it's something urgent or emergency or very, very important, of course, we have to sort it then and there. But when it's not that urgent, rather you want an information and I want some details, then client will send the message at their convenient time, and then I will send the message once I see the message or once I'm in a position to reply. And then again, the client sends the message in the morning or afternoon. So this is how the communication happens. So if I've understood this, definitely that will be really helping you. It will save a lot of your time. I'm never against phone calls. Even now I have calls like at least some 3 to 4 hours of call happens between me and Dr. Maharaja, my mentor. And with my team, at least half an hour to 1 hour, and sometimes even 2, 3 hours. So every day I spend time almost like 4 to 6 hours on call. And again, I have spoken in one more video, more than phone calls, why we prefer Zoom. Let me touch it. Let me cover 1 or 2 points over here. One, yes, of course, mobile has radiation. We know that we get affected by the mobile radiation, but no other option, so we are using mobile. But now once Zoom has come, so we'll be using it in the laptop, so you don't get those radiation issue. Maybe you can say about the screen, you need to look at the screen, and you can go for audio call. You need not look at the screen. Like you can turn on the Zoom and you can have the audio call also in Zoom. So that is one advantage. Second, when you have a lengthy call with your client or with your mentor or team, you can take notes. Sometimes you can also implement the actions then and there. For example, when I have a call with Dr. Maharaja, like then and there, we do the screen sharing. He teaches me how to do that, or I take notes that and parallel I complete it. Likewise, you have so many advantages of using Zoom compared to the phone calls. So coming back to the topic, so these are the basic reasons. Let me consolidate everything. First thing, more than calls, we prefer WhatsApp messages. And what would be the timing? We don't have any restriction related to WhatsApp message. You can send us message anytime. But please don't expect immediate reply. If I'm in the event, I cannot reply you immediately. When there is a possibility, I'll reply to you. Even if you message in the late night at 3 o'clock, even if I've seen the message, sometimes I may not reply to that, which means I'm occupied with some other priority work in the late night. Probably as soon as I go to bed or as soon as get up in the morning, I'll reply. Maximum you can consider as the 24 hours turnaround time. That's what even I tell my trainees when they say that I was busy, or when I say my collaborators when they are busy. Okay, whatever you are busy, no matter what, however you are busy, you come back to your room to sleep. After get up in the morning again, you have your own time to getting ready, all those things. So definitely you need to get back to your client or even professionals or any of your team members. Likewise, our turnaround time is 24 hours. Sometimes it may go to 48 hours. Like if you are completely occupied, sometimes we are occupied with 2 days conference, 3 days conference, where we don't even have time to eat or sleep. Sometimes, in fact, once I updated this quote, like in my school days, my teacher used to ask me, if I forgot to complete my homework, she will ask you, did you forget to have your breakfast? This is the common phrase most of your teachers would have asked you. சாப்பிட மறப்பியா நீ எப்படி homework பண்ண மறப்பா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. But these days, sometimes we forget to eat also. Sometimes we forget to sleep also. When we keep working in the late night, we realize that it's almost like early morning. Should I go to sleep or not? Likewise, that's how this professional work that has kept us occupied. It's not that always. Sometimes when we are getting involved in intense work, or when we really want to go that extra mile to some of the clients. So it happens that way. In that way, our turnaround time would be 24 hours, and when we are completely tightly packed, it can be maximum 48 hours, or at least we'll respond to you saying that we are occupied. Probably we can have a discussion post this event. If at all the client says it's a little urgent or something, maybe we'll attend, or maybe we'll ask our team members to handle. For example, we have Rupa in our team who will be coordinating with some of the clients. When I say, okay, I'm quite busy, or Nandini is quite busy, she'll be handling. Likewise, we have a team, and also we create a WhatsApp group. That is one of the powerful tools I can see. When the client messages in the WhatsApp group, if I miss it, at least Nandini is going to see that and reply. For example, we work on that rotational basis. Sometimes I'm awake in the night, or sometimes she's awake in the night. When there is something urgent or important, or when I'm in the event, Nandini will respond to the client saying, Thamizharasan event, how can I help you? Likewise, we have so many smart cuts. I don't call it as a shortcuts. I call it as a smart cuts. So if you like this method, you can go ahead and use it. Or still, if you feel that okay, anyway, whatever you say, call is going to be powerful. Of course, I don't deny the fact in call you can convey a lot of things. But consider this example: you're going to have a call with the person for half an hour. When I call with a person for half an hour, do you think you'll be able to grasp everything what they conveyed? For example, a client is explaining you so many other things, or whether event manager is explaining you so many other things. Do you think everything is going to be fed in your mind? Rather, take the other example where the client is sending everything in email, or in WhatsApp, everything in written, or even in a voice note. Then you can listen to it at your own pace. You can read it at your own pace. Even when you are traveling, you can again read it. Likewise, you can understand it going through it twice or thrice, which means there will not be any miscommunication. This is very, very, very important, because in business there will be a lot of chance for the miscommunication. So you have to get it. Like I used to say this example very often. Infosys Narayanamurthy sir used to say, I trust in God, but rest everything in data. So everything comes as a data. Everything has to come in written. Only then people. I don't say that people will cheat you. I don't say that I will cheat you. But since I'm occupied with too many things, maybe I would have forgotten. Since you are occupied with so many things, you would have forgotten. I admit it honestly. I forget a lot of things. So even within my team, I will say that no, I never said this. But when they say no, bro, you said, and when they show me the chat, I said yeah, okay, sorry. I have told that, but I'm really sorry, I've forgotten that. Or sometimes if somewhere I have a fade memories thinking that I would have said or not, then I'll ask them to check the chat message and tell me, or I will check my chat message. So since we are so much occupied with a lot of the work, it's always good to have things in written, whether in WhatsApp or as a voice note or in an email, so that we don't forget and we don't have such miscommunication. If the relationship is good, definitely people are going to trust you. But if the relationship is something new, where if you've forgotten something, then definitely that relationship is going to be spoiled. The other person may think that you have cheated them, or else you are going to think the other person has cheated. For example, if something is going to happen between me or Nandini or my team members, and I've forgotten something, they are not going to mistake me. Rather, they'll think, okay, this guy has forgotten it. But if it's going to happen with my new client, and I say that something else was discussed, then that's a bad name for me. So that's the reason we always say that make use of WhatsApp, email, written documentation, And with that, I would like to conclude this. If you have anything else, based on this video, if you have any questions or any suggestions, or if you find anything else better than this way of the communication or the documentation, please feel free to leave it as a comment. This live is going in Instagram, and also it's going in Facebook in my page MC Tamil. Also, this will be coming as a recorded video in my YouTube channels as well. You can comment anywhere, or you can contact me on my WhatsApp number 900-308-7198. Not call, WhatsApp message. That's what, even these times, instead of saying it as a contact number, rather I have made it as WhatsApp number in most of the places where I post my post, because when you say contact, immediately people tend to call you. But when I say, it's like subconsciously I'm telling them that yes, WhatsApp is preferred. When I say WhatsApp, and sometimes even we give a WhatsApp link, there are a lot more shortcuts again. Like you can give the link, once they click, automatically it opens their WhatsApp web or in their mobile, and they can directly send you the message even without saving your number. So I don't know how many of you know this. There are a lot of the links for that. So even without saving the number, you'll be able to send a WhatsApp message. So likewise, start using it, and let me know if after watching this video, if you start using such thing and you find something beneficial, or you're getting a lot of result. Please do share it with me. I'll be really happy to know that. Thank you so much. Virtual MC Thamizharasan signing off. And if you'd like to know more about me, you can visit my website emceetamil.com. EMCEETAMIZH.com. You can also like my Facebook page MC Tamil, again spelled as EMCEE space THAMIZH. And you can watch my videos in my YouTube channel MC Tamil, spelled as letter M, letter C, space THAMIZH. Thank you. Have a wonderful time. MC Thamizharasan signing off.